The power of one small habit. In a colorful world where fruits and vegetables lived like humans, there was a peaceful village called Green Valley. The village was famous for its beautiful gardens, sparkling rivers, and hard-working citizens. Every year, talented fruits and vegetables from across the kingdom came to Green Valley to participate in competitions, learn new skills, and build successful lives. Among all the residents of the village lived three inseparable friends: Mango, Banana, and Potato. Although they were best friends, they were completely different from one another. Mango was known for his intelligence. He loved reading about successful people and often spent hours imagining a bright future for himself. In his mind, he could already see crowds cheering his name and newspapers writing stories about his achievements. However, there was one weakness that constantly held him back. He loved planning more than doing. Every day he created new goals, new schedules, and new strategies, but very few of them ever turned into action. Banana was the most energetic among the three. He was cheerful, funny, and always full of excitement. Everyone enjoyed being around him because he could make any situation entertaining. Yet his biggest problem was inconsistency. One day he would be extremely motivated and work hard for several hours. The next day, he would lose interest and spend his time having fun. Because of this, he never stayed focused on one goal long enough to achieve real success. Potato, on the other hand, was quiet and humble. He worked harder than most people in the village and was always willing to help others. Despite his good qualities, he suffered from a lack of confidence. Deep inside, he believed that other people were smarter, stronger, and more talented than him. Whenever an opportunity appeared, he would step back and convince himself that someone else deserved it more. As the years passed, the three friends developed a common habit. They loved talking about their dreams. Every evening, they sat beside a beautiful river that flowed through the village. As the golden sunset reflected on the water, they discussed the future they wanted to create. They dreamed of becoming successful. They dreamed of becoming champions. They dreamed of making their families proud. Most importantly, they dreamed of proving that ordinary individuals could achieve extraordinary things. The problem was not their dreams. The problem was that dreams were the only things growing in their lives. Months passed. Nothing changed. Every morning they promised themselves that today would be different. Today they would start working. Today they would begin training. Today they would take the first step towards success. But whenever the moment arrived, excuses appeared. Sometimes they felt tired. Sometimes they felt lazy. Sometimes they convinced themselves there was still plenty of time. As a result, another day disappeared. Then another. Then another. Without realizing it, they had fallen into a dangerous cycle that traps millions of people. They were waiting for motivation before taking action. Unfortunately, motivation rarely comes to those who sit and wait. One bright spring morning, a loud announcement echoed throughout Green Valley. A royal messenger arrived from the capital city, carrying important news. The Kingdom Championship would take place in exactly 3 months. It was the largest competition in the entire kingdom. Thousands of contestants would participate. The winner would receive the legendary Golden Trophy and earn the title of Kingdom Champion. The announcement created excitement everywhere. Citizens immediately began preparing. Athletes started training. Students began studying. Artists practiced their skills. Everyone seemed determined to improve themselves. Everyone except Mango, Banana, and Potato. At first, they became excited just like everyone else. They imagined themselves standing on the winner's stage. They imagined the applause. They imagined the glory. But after the excitement faded, they returned to their old habits. Days continued to pass. While others trained, they planned. While others practiced, they talked. While others improved, They dreamed. Slowly, the 3-month deadline became 2 months, then 1 month, then 3 weeks. For the first time, fear began to replace excitement.
One evening, as dark clouds gathered above the river, the 3 friends sat silently on the grass. The competition was approaching faster than ever, yet they were no closer to success than they had been months ago.
The weight of regret began to fill their hearts. Deep inside, they knew the truth. Their lack of progress was not caused by bad luck. It was not caused by a lack of talent. It was not caused by a lack of opportunity. It was caused by something much smaller. A single habit repeated every day. The habit of postponing action. And that habit was about to change their lives forever.